Shout out to Switch from the Matrix trilogy, you know. Or shit, I don't think she made it past the first film. So shout out to Switch, and not like this, because I definitely felt like that in that moment. All right, 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to my face, movie fans. Hope you guys and girls are having a great day out there. Just kind of wanted to pull up on you for a few minutes with it and talk about Heretic, the latest A24 film. I had the pleasure of seeing this thing recently, and I gotta say, I was very entertained. I did enjoy the film, but I was somewhat disappointed. Now, hear me out. I know this is everyone's new favorite horror movie, and I probably sound crazy not loving it, but let me explain. Let me explain. Community, that was hilarious. Shouts out to Troy. Deploy Troy. Yeah, we're going to deploy Troy on this video. Okay, that's going in the behind them scenes. That's a new thing I'm starting here, where I'm going to actually show you the outtakes and kind of the flubs and things that didn't make it into the review. So behind them scenes, you heard it here first. So we're going to talk about Heretic. Now, I really wanted to love this film. In fact, this is probably one of my most anticipated movies of the year, period, point blank. After this, I'm not really looking to too much else. There's just kind of your standard holiday stuff coming out the rest of the year. Maybe Nosferatu, maybe. I feel like now it might be too art house for me, my taste. But we'll see this Christmas. So swerving back around to Heretic, yeah, I really wanted to love this movie, and ultimately it just kind of ended up being okay. Like good or really good, but not amazing like I was looking for. So this film is about two sisters. And I mean sisters like in the biblical, you know, church sense. Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton. They're two members of the Mormon faith. And they're basically just going out spreading the word. Hey, would you like to learn about Jesus? And they end up at this one particular person's home. Mr. Reed, played by Hugh Grant. Now, he's the one actor in this film that I immediately know and recognize, so I may refer to him more than the others. But the two ladies, I put their names on the screen. They were amazing. Let's just talk about the performances really quickly. 10 out of 10 performances from everyone in this film. The directors did an amazing job. Their style's a little more subtle, but it's definitely strong. I don't know if that's the right word I'd like to use, but it impressed me. It's really more nuanced, like the movie itself, but man, what a combination of these guys directing and then these performances, and even the story. It's really good till it's not. And I'll definitely explain that here in a moment. And I'm trying not to do spoilers, so I'll try to keep this as spoiler free as possible. But yeah, so we got the two sisters that knock on Mr. Reed's door. You've seen the trailer. He invites them inside the home, and immediately just kind of, he invites them in. He makes them feel comfortable, but then slowly he starts to take that comfort away. And I believe that, to me, is the best part of the film. These moments with them in this, you know, living room area, having this dialogue, and you can see everyone through their performances as Mr. Reed gets more comfortable with his assertions and his theories and his thoughts. The two sisters kind of withdraw, and you can see the tension slowly start to build. So it's a slow burn in that regard, but man, it's really amazing, and it really sets up something so intriguing. So this is a very thought-provoking film, and you're immediately thinking, where's this going to go, what's happening? And that could be its curse. It's so thought-provoking. It's done so well in the beginning. It sets up so many what if isms and what it could be isms, that when it finally shows you what it has, how could it not be disappointing, guys? I mean, you've built it up in your mind. If you've got any type of imagination, I know you thought way more was down there than what was actually down there. And by down there, I mean behind the two doors, belief and disbelief. When they finally get to that scene and they're down there in the dark, I'm still there with them. I still want to see what's going on, but as I'm like, wait a minute, wait a second, this is not, am I the only one seeing this? Where's it, what's happening here? No, not like this. Not like this. The chick in the Matrix that wore all white, how she died, and she's like, not like this. That's what I felt like. Shout out to Switch from the Matrix trilogy, you know. Or shit, I don't think she made it past the first film. So shout out to Switch, and not like this, because I definitely felt like that in that moment when we get down in the darkness. And it's not an immediate, you know, not like this moment. I'm exaggerating, of course, but as we get deeper into the film, and it's like, no, where are we going with this, man? And the third act reveal of what it is, even that moment is cool, like going through the doors and you're seeing the different religions and you're seeing Satan and you're like, oh man, this is it, we're getting to this. Nope, this dude's not that. And I guess mild spoilers, it just all turns out to be just shenanigans and just smoke and mirrors, and he's just another villain that talks smart, and ultimately he's Hans Gruber. He's just a thief in the end, you know what I'm saying? All that talk and he's nothing. So that was disappointing to me, man, big time. Your mileage may vary on that. Like I'm saying, I'm old. Obviously I have a lot of things to recollect, and there's a lot swirling on around in here, and you know, there were some answers. There were some questions that just never were answered. They were actually never brought up as questions except for me, like, you know, the house. Why is the house the way it is? And how is it the way it is? And, you know, a home like that is built and no one's aware of that it's like that. And it's kind of people under the stairs-y, but not really. There could have been more done with the home, in my opinion. I thought that's where I thought the home was going to do more. And, you know, that model on the desk, I thought, it doesn't matter what I thought. None of it's in there anyway, so I don't want to ramble too much about that part of the film, or that aspect of the film. I was entertained. It just did not fulfill where Mr. Reed set up some cool stuff, man. Mr. Reed said he had the one true religion down there, and I was on the edge of my seat wanting to see what Mr. Reed found. Turns out he didn't really find much of anything other than what he already had, so we'll leave it at that. That's ambiguous enough, I think. I want you to go see the movie. I don't want you just to hear me explain the movie. Go check it out and come back and have a discussion with me in the comments. I will say this: what if what Mr. Reed was pretending to do, he actually did? You know, how cool would that have been? You know, people that have seen the movie, you let me know down in the comments if what he actually was claiming to have found, he actually did have. And there was a little bit of a doubt about the legitimacy until the end, when it does perform a miracle on that other character. How cool would that have been? That's just my take on it, though. Moving on. As far as what I thought of the film, my score, I'm giving this thing a 7.5 out of 10. It's really good. Really, really good. Almost amazing. It's right there at amazing. But I don't like to bring other movies into these things, but just honestly, I thought Smile 2 was just a much better horror film that also took you on a ride. It really kind of mind-effed you, and it showed as well as it told, you know. So there wasn't that inconsistency like I feel like in Heretic. There's definitely more tell than show. Smile, I thought, kind of did it right, man. And that's all I'll talk about with that. But go check out that movie, Smile 2, and then check out my review. Bars. Okay, so 7.5 out of 10 for Heretic. I think Heretic, it's okay to love it. It's not going to be for everyone, but it's such a strong, out the gate, different type of film that I think it deserves its flowers. You want to give it to it, you know, go for it, man. You love it, praise it, baby. But it just didn't do it for me. But I don't hate the film, and I definitely can see why some people are loving it. I get it. I'm that type of movie fan where if I love something and you don't, I can understand why you don't like it. But I expect you to understand why I don't love it as much as you do too. So let's just be cool like that and keep this thing going. We're building our little family here as far as movie fans. So with that being said, if you made it this far into the movie, if you made it this far into the review, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow. And it pushes this video out to more people so we can have more people to discuss films with. Like, I don't really interact with a whole lot of people in real life other than family, so they don't all share that passion for films like I do. So it's cool to, you know, interact with people that are, you know, enjoying these movies the same way I am, living life. So shouts out to all the people that drop comments. I definitely love interacting with you. So keep it coming, man. Drop these comments for this movie. I want to talk about it with somebody. That's going to be my few minutes with it. I hope you guys and girls were entertained. At the time of this recording, I'm at 56 subscribers. I haven't really done a whole lot of content this past week. I've been somewhat busy with real life, so that's going to happen as we get into the holidays, I think. So that may be a little challenging, but I definitely want to still make content and grow the channel. We're actually going to come up on a 1-year anniversary. Godzilla Minus One was the first review I did last year, so I might have to revisit that one and maybe even redo it. Or maybe do a video where I watch that review and react to it and cringe, and it could be fun. So make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss that when I do that. And also I got behind them scenes coming up where I show behind the scenes, like the outtakes, the people that interrupt me, the people that talk to me, just the sirens, anything crazy that happens, me getting upset with the lighting. It could be fun. We're experimenting here, but I'm gonna make that a little series of videos that I just throw out. They're only gonna be in 1 or 2 minutes. They might be just shorts, but make sure you come back and check those out. You might like that type of stuff. I am funny. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys and girls. I appreciate you. In the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna hit you in your face with one of these. Till next time, y'all stay safe. Bye. Hey.